Hello there, tarot friends. How are you doing on this lovely Friday, lovely rainy Friday where I am? Um, so I think by now you can see the title of this is hashtag My Lenny Minis, which is a tag that Mascha started. I think it was about a week or two ago. I haven't even looked to see who else has done this yet. But sort of last minute this morning, I realized that I would have time. Sorry for my notifications, making noise. That I had time to kind of pull things out and get ready for this. So obviously, well, if you hang around here, obviously this isn't going to be like camera down to be able to show you maybe in really good detail my mini Lenormands, but my camera is pretty good on this laptop, so I think it's going to work out okay. And I figured we would just try it out. If I want to do a camera down later, when I get my life together, as I say, then maybe I will do that. But I figured it's a fun little thing. We can at least do a practice run here for our Casual Friday. Because as you know, I love Lenormand, and Kelly's class starts tomorrow, and I'm so very excited. And I thought it's a great day to just make a mess of this shelf and pull everything out. It didn't really make that big of a mess, but I did finally organize it maybe a month or two ago. And so that's what the cover photo for the video is my little Lenormand shelf, or my Lenormand cube. So I think I pulled out all the minis that I have. I think I have 7, 5, 6, 7, and then I have a couple things to show that aren't really Lenormand, but that are minis and that I sometimes use like Lenormand, and you probably could guess what that is. But anyway, I just figure we will chat and catch up for a minute and wait to see who else might join us before we start going through, because I have a tendency to just like start over and show everyone everything. So the first thing I could show is this new necklace I got. The chain is really cool, but it gets like kinked up. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know if you can see here. So we have like the crescent moon and the star, and my best friend Julie gave me this last Saturday when we went out for solstice lunch. I mean, it wasn't really planned for that, but we went out with a woman that we used to work with, and you can't see the chain. It's really cool, but it just gets a little like bent up, but it's whatever. It's really beautiful, and I love it so much. And it was a just because gift. So I actually saw her the following day, which was Father's Day, and I gave her a little gift. So now I have this completely. Oh, there we go. Chris Yao's here. Hey, Scott. Good morning, Robin. Hello, Jamie. Hello, Diane is here. Thought I'd wait a few minutes to start my hellos. It was different. I'm sorry. And that blue, is that blue? It was hard to tell. Oh, it's like, it's not blue. It's sort of that like antique-y silver color underneath. And then with the little diamonds. I mean, I'm sure it's not real. Here, let me see if I can get my self up here. Thank you, Robin. Okay, so it's like, here, I don't need to put my face and everything. Boop. Still can't really tell. There you go. So yeah, it's sort of like, well, it isn't sort of, it's like mixed metals, you know what I mean? With the gold and the silver. I see someone saying hi to Justin, but I don't see him. Oh, there he is. You know why? Because Justin's picture is outside, like at the park, and it looks sort of like Diane's picture with the tree. But I see you now. Okay, so as I said, this was just going to be sip. I can't even think. This was just going to be our usual Casual Friday, which means a little bit of everything. But today I decided to make it a tag and respond to Mascha's My Lenny Minis. Hi, Sandra. Oh, Chris Yao says, first love with Deanne for me, but first live. Yeah, I thought it was. Thank you so much for being here. Live, I meant, but love you too. So, well, you picked a good one because we're doing some Lenormand stuff. Just a little look through what I have in terms of minis. And if you've been around before, you've heard me say probably 25 times that I love minis. Even with tarot, I love getting, like, if there are two, cancel, oh my gosh, so many things, I'm sorry. Okay. Even with tarot, I love having decks of different sizes, like if they, like accompany each other, right? Like if there's a regular size and a mini or whatever that is. For example, my Veronica Jude, her deck is a tarot deck, but it maybe seems kind of oracle-like because it has quotes, right? She used stock photos and then quotes from different people, poems, songs, whatever, for her deck. And I super love her deck, and I still need to do a gushy video about that, along with many other things. But as an example, I have the regular and mini of that. I love layering cards. I love putting a bunch of different cards together. They don't have to match. I'll put anything with anything else, really. I know some people like to have a friend of mine that's in a little message thread about, she's in the group of us that got scammed last year. And so anyway, one of those friends, she loves having, like, the way she's curating her card library right now is to have a tarot and an oracle that she feels pair really well together. And so that's something she does, and she'll post pictures. What do you guys think about this or that? And I think that's a really cool way to do it. Me, on the other hand, I'll just like close my eyes and like grab things out and then just see how they work together. In my experience, things work always like really well together. There's always something interesting there. So little rabbit hole of how I love to mix things up. But this will be about, in particular, Lenormand minis. And all of mine are like accompanied with the regular size. So I'm going to show you those just so you can see kind of comparison, but we won't look at everything in there. Some of them are in order, some are not, because like I said, I didn't know I was really doing this until this morning. But last week after Mascha posted that, when I would come in here on my breaks, I put some of them in order, but I didn't quite get through all of them. And I don't think that really matters because we probably won't look at every single card, but just so you know. So I'm going to show you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pairs. And then I have one mini that doesn't have another size, like a sister size to it. And then I have, like I said, one thing of one other thing that's not Lenormand, but that I have minis of that I kind of use that way. So I'll show you that as well. Sorry, some of that was repeated, but I just wanted to get everyone caught up. Hello, Neem. I'm over on the coast and brought Jamie Sawyer's Lenny with me for class. Oh yes, Jamie. That is awesome. I don't have Jamie Sawyer's stuff, but I love it. The one thing holding me back from the Lenormand, like I might get those tiles, but the one thing holding me back is the anthropomorphic. Is that? I don't know what's wrong with me. Hi, I'm an English major twice over. Sometimes I forget words. Anthropomorphic. I think that's right. It's like the deer, which I love deer, but I just like, I don't know, that trips me up sometimes. Like animals that are like standing up and dressed like people. Blah, I don't know. I don't know if I read this out before. Morning cereal with Deanne time. That's awesome. Okay. Scott, I do not have the Gilded Reverie Lenormand. It's a little big for what I like. I might someday, but what happens is it always kind of like gets pushed out by something else. I tend to like, because those are like oversized from standard Lenormand. And so it's just a little bit, I tend to do like bigger spreads, but I'm sure it is beautiful. I do have, oh, it's not in sight anymore. I think it's, I don't know where it is. I have the Gilded Tarot though. I see a lot of people mentioning the 1889, and I do have that, and I love it, and it is so absolutely beautiful. Chris Yao says, I learned using the 1889, still one of my faves. I have the regular and the mini. Yes, yes. So I think everything that I'm about to show you, I promise we're getting there. I think, and from my whole Lenormand collection, I believe that if there is a mini available for a Lenormand deck that I have, then I have the mini, if that makes sense, right? So what we're seeing here all come in pairs because both are available, except for the one that's in this little Moonlit Fae bag. Okay, so yeah, I think I got everything out. Oh, I'm rambly. Let's take another sip. Diane says, I was just this morning watching Mascha's Grand Tableau Lenormand comparison to the Piatnik, thinking I might get the Grand Tableau if it's available, but after I see this, I might change my mind. Yeah, so we will see. Oh, Robin's back with his cereal. Okay. Y'all are chatty. Hold on. Okay. Robin's back with his cereal. Okay, I think that's where I left off. Neem went Lenny shopping, watching Bear's Lenny video last year. Isn't that a great video? Yes. If you all, in Mascha's video, she talks about how, you know, her corner of the, you know, tarot tube world is getting more involved in Lenormand. I'm super excited that I'm taking Kelly's class this year. As some of you know, I've been studying Lenormand just for about 2 years now. This month, actually, June 2019 is when I did my first reading just for a friend with it. But I think it was like February 2019 when I got my first Lenormand. So that's kind of where I am in my practice with it. And I use it a lot for myself. And if you remember last week, I just posted like in my client group a couple weeks ago with like an offer for 9-card readings. And that's the first time I've ever like charged for it. We just did like $9 9-card readings. And I told them, you know, like, hey, this is for me to practice and like kind of, you know, work with other people except for Julie, who is the best friend that gave me this. And really, I call her my best friend, not best. That's just our thing. I don't know, just BES, my best friend, FREN. Don't know why. Anyway, so that's what I was going to say. Chris Yao at Barely Balanced Tarot has an awesome Lenormand collection video. So do check that out. Sandra says, I have Jamie Sawyer's tarot and would love to get the Lenormand too. I love her artwork. I do too. And I think it's going to tip the scale. Like, I love everything about it. I think I'll get over the deer. And you know what? Watching Julie at Peekaboo Rose, I saw her do a walkthrough of that before. And I commented on that video. I'm like, oh, I think I'm going to have to get this now because I'm just over it. Like, I'm over the deer. And there's just something so like orderly about, like orderly but charming. It's hard to describe, but Julia Peekaboo Rose, like, it's a little dangerous for me to watch her stuff because just the way she talks about everything makes me want it. Does that make sense? She just, I don't know what that is. Like, sorry, my lighting's weird and I'm pale, as you know. So when I come back here, I'm just like, where'd she go? I don't know how to describe it. Like, she could be on TV like selling stuff and I'd be like, oh, I should probably get that. Even though I've never in my life bought anything off TV, but that's just the example. I guess that's what I'm talking about, people on YouTube. Not that she's trying to sell things, but I don't know. She's just like so put together and cute and smart. And then when she's talking about the thing, it's like really, you're just like, oh yeah, yeah, I think that sounds great. Does anyone else, you get that? uh, Jamie says I have both sizes, not sure which deck because I'm lost, but I like laying out the houses with the bridge and the mini on top. Yes. Yes. Robin. Okay. It is a little on the big it is a little on the big size compared to other Lenormands. Yeah, and that's not to say that it's like completely out of the question for me, Scott, but I'm like, oh, but I need this set, right? I need this one with its mini or whatever. So it just always kind of gets pushed down the line. Sandra is calling Neem an enabler. I swear we're going to get to it, but you all are so chatty and I just want to see what's going on. It just jumped. Debbie says, I can't wait for class. Okay. Something is sold out. I always get a regular mini if available. Like Jamie said, I love to use the larger to lay out the houses and the mini to shuffle on top. Neem, the 1889 regular is out. Ooh. Regular 1889 is sold out, Jamie says. Okay. Hi, Regina. Sorry about my loud, clicky computer. Did everyone see Mascha's Lenormand walkthrough this morning? So funny. Chappie was rolling his eyes at her while she was chatting away. Oh my gosh, I'll have to check that out. I did not see it. I woke up, I got the child ready, and we got set up in here. What time is the class? I think 11 my time, Eastern. Debbie saying hello. Okay, I'm not usually like all over chat like this, but I just feel like it today. Chrissy says, I need to do an update to my collection, but I still have a few more coming in. I'm a Lenormand addict. I really am too. I really love Lenormand. I have Mendy's regular and mini on the way, and I have Robin's Little Lenormand also on the way. Should be here maybe today. So I have things coming, being added to my collection as well. Okay. Someone backed something. Okay. All right, I'm done. I'm done obsessing over the chat. What has gotten into me? Okay, so let's start with the one that is in this little bag. So this is a Moonlit Fae bag. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Jenna at Moonlit Fae. I feel really jittery actually, which I don't know what that's about. Oh, there you go. You can check out her Etsy. I think she also has a Facebook page. Really high quality. I love like the little, like what I call like flat snaps, but I don't know. I just make up words for things. So it has this material on the inside. So very nice. Really well done. So this is the color block Lenormand. Here are the backs. And this came from Make Playing Cards. And this is one of my add to basket things on Make Playing Cards website because, as you know, it's not my favorite website and it's really difficult for me to navigate sometimes. It's just not well done. So anyway, I was there doing other things. And once I'm there and I'm in the part where you can purchase, then I spend like a half hour and go through and see what I need. Okay. Plus with the shipping with Make Playing Cards, it makes sense to just grab a few things. Also, a note on my hair. I'm just going like straight ponytail today. I was trying to be like Elle. but theirs is like way cuter usually and like higher up, and I just couldn't get mine like that. But that was my inspiration this morning. Okay, here we go. Color Black Lenormand. So this is the only one that I have that does not have, this is the only mini that I have that does not have a bigger size with it and that I don't have. Does that make sense? I'm awful today. Oh my gosh. Okay. So most of the Lenormand decks that I love are more modern. I do have a couple that like are on the more traditional side. But I like stuff like this. Oh, Justin's going to get breakfast and coffee. Sorry that I rambled so long. So here's the lily, and we do have like the playing card association and the card number up in the top. So with Lenormand, most of you in here know, but just in case anyone's watching back, typically we're on a 1 to 36, and that's going to be the number in the top. And then the playing card association is in, for this deck, is in the bottom corner. Sometimes there's a full like inset card. Okay, Justin's still listening. Okay, Alien. Oh, this one is in order, except for Lily. I don't know what's going on. So anyway, some Lenormand decks will come with alternates. So we have the rider on a bicycle and the rider on a horse here. So you can choose one or the other for your deck. You know, whatever you want. I actually, of like 3 walkthrough videos on my channel, remember when I used to do recorded stuff? I have a full walkthrough of this, so you can check it out there. Here's the clover, right? I'll start going a little quicker so you can see. Here's the ship as a little sailboat, which I love so much. Oh, Neem says, hi, Regina, aka Tarot Tunes. Look at the little house with the stars, right? So this looks really nice in a spread with all the different colors. We have the tree. Oh, maybe they're not in order. And now the person card doesn't say person or anything, doesn't say lady or woman or anything. So yeah, and these are square. They are smooth. Oh, my nose is so itchy. So you have a couple options. So this is important to know. If you're like, so many words going through my head. Some decks will say like person and other person, which the person you're reading for would be person, and then other person would be the person like significant in their reading, right? Those are the terms I really like, that I prefer, because when you're reading for someone and they don't know like querent or seeker or whatever, it just gets kind of confusing. It's not a huge deal, but I love these because they don't even say anything. And you could put what are presumably 2 men or presumably 2 women in your reading. Oh. Yeah, 1960s hairdo. Justin is waiting for, oh, the report probably. Okay, I'll go faster. Here's a little letter. Yeah, these are slippy. They'll slip right down. Here's the crossroads. So again, looking kind of modern, right, with the streets and not just like a dirt path. The mice, look at those troublesome mice. Yes, Robin says, I took your advice to heart when labeling mine. I love that. It's just, I think it's so simple. It resolves a lot of issues that people might have with the deck otherwise. And it's just so simple. Like when I'm looking and I'm like going through trying to untangle the big web that is Lenormand, that's just the easiest way for me to do it. This Lenormand deck also has additional what I call symbols cards, right? So this rainbow is not part of the Lenormand deck. So you'll see it's numbered 38. It's just extra. And so I like extra cards. I don't leave them in for a Lenormand reading, but I will use what I call a symbols deck for lots of other readings. So like Mildred Payne's Secret Pocket Oracle, for example, is not a Lenormand, but I can use it as a Lenormand if I want. Plus it has all these extra cards to Lenormand, but that's not really what it is. It's its whole own thing of symbols, right? Do you get what I'm saying? Kelly Bear has a really awesome video where she goes through and talks about how she uses Mildred Payne's Secret Pocket Oracle as a Lenormand, like card by card, what she equates one card, like how she equates one to the other. Here's a child. So anyway, also check that out. Justin says, abduct me now. Debbie says it also resolves it whether or not the querent wants to reveal their partner, right? Right. And maybe it's not even about a relationship. Maybe it's, you know, maybe it's a single person who doesn't want anything to do with anyone else, and it's like about their friend or coworker or something, right? It's just so nice. Oh, what happened? Chris is funny. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I'll just oh, sip, sip for the alien report and all it implies. Too funny. Doggy with a tongue out. Here's a crystal. This is also an additional card, not part of Lenormand. Butterfly card, right? Ooh, there's a gun. Bleh. I mean, it's fine, I guess. I just, I'm just a little, like, whatever about that right now. This is a camera lens. I had to look on the little, there's no book with this. I had to look back on the Make Playing Cards site, and it listed the extra cards. This is supposed to be a camera lens, right? So maybe like an eye in some other decks. This is like a TV or a computer, laptop, I don't know, technology stuff. Here's a kitty, also not Lenormand. Airplane, also not Lenormand. This Seasons card is amazing. This has no number. It's just whatever. So point being, oh, and here's, oh no, I'm sorry. This is Elements. This is Elements, and this is Seasons. So again, this deck is pretty versatile. You could use it for many different things. Here's the Tower, the Heart, right? You get the idea. The Ring, the Book, which has a little lock on it. Happy Squirrel. You know what? I don't know. This one might. The Key. I recorded the walkthrough for this one the same day that I did a walkthrough of Robin's Eyes Wide Tarot. And that's what I bought. I bought this along with that just because if I mix them together, it's cool, like blocks of color. There's our fish. I love a fish card. Anchor. So that just reminded me. The Cross. Here's a wand. This is extra card. Mountain. The Garden, like an aerial view, which I think is cute. I am so out of shape. My arm is sore from holding up cards. That's how you know that you're a card addict, because you get your workout from showing cards. Oh, look, ponytail. It's a ponytail day. The Clouds, a light and a dark side, which is cool. Very blue centric. Chris Yao says, it's funny, I don't have any problem using the traditional man and woman cards, but I don't necessarily use them for relationship stuff. For me, I keep them in for masculine, feminine balance. And most of the time, I probably would do that too. And I'm not like anti, like decks all, well, not all, but most are fine with me and serve their purpose. And I have no problem with with that. I just like when there are options added in, right? Like if I ever made, Chris, I almost said there's my Chris, but that's your Jamie's Chris, and I can't say that, but that almost flew right out of my mouth. Hey, Chris Kelly, thanks for hanging out. Coffin card. There's some red. Oh, in the cards, Robin. You know, I wondered how it was showing up. So this is kind of like an olive green with a snake. It doesn't bother me at all when there are gender neutral cards or other options too. Right. If I were ever to make Lenormand deck, which it's probably not going to happen unless it's like with stickers. Um, handsome Chris is here. He is handsome. Would Max like to hold the cards up for you? Diane, what Max would like to do is paw them and crinkle them up and cast them aside when he's done. Not because he doesn't like them, but because he's just a rough 3-year-old. Though he is very gentle with his own cards. As most of you know, the sweet Chris Kelly got Max his first tarot deck, and he is very gentle with those. Chris says, I can't say there's plenty to go around without it sounding weird. That's okay. It's Casual Friday. Hi, Candy. Thanks for hanging out. So, Robin, let me hold up some of these. I think it's pretty balanced. Maybe just not. Oh, there's a lot of blue right in a row. I see what you mean. So there's like an orange one in there. Yeah, here's the other. So some of them are kind of dark, like dark green, and maybe are showing up as blue. There's some tan. The green for the garden is nice. I think you're right. There's maybe a little bit more of that like dark blue than anything else, but it seems pretty balanced otherwise. Candy, sorry I've not been around much. Days are a bit full, end of school year. It is no problem. We are so happy that you are here, and sometimes that just happens. To do a Marilyn Monroe scene. Oh, I don't know what's happening, but this is by Ana Aguero. I don't know if you can see the info. The website, which I don't know if you can order this from the website, is GUIA7, like just the number, numeral 7.com. So that's what information comes with this, but I bought it on Make Playing Cards, like I said. Okay. Wow. That took a long time. Let's have a sip. Okay. Yeah, they do look nice on a table together. They do. Okay, so the next one I'm going to show is a gem, not easy to find thing, and I spent sort of a lot of money on it because I found it and it was from a person, like a reputable seller, and I just pulled the trigger. I was like, oh shoot, I'm about to spend my play money all on this mini deck. So the regular size of the Seeker's Lenormand looks like this. And here is the Coffin card. Now this is a collection that I love. I have the Wooden Tarot. I have the Earthbound Oracle. Really love them both. And I was so excited to find this. So I actually found the mini first, which is harder to find, but it just popped up and I got it. And then I got this one probably like 6 months later. So don't get your heart set on this because you're not super likely to find it. This is a Kickstarter exclusive, as it says on the back. And again, it's called the Seeker's Lenormand, but this is the mini one, and it's a treasure to me. Handsome Chris is sending me a kilt so I can stand over a subway grate and have it blow my skirt up. Ah, got you. Yes. Great activity for a Friday. Or really a day. It's whatever. Is this one in order? Oh, I did put this in order because, like with many things, I was going to do a walkthrough. Okay. This is not one that I prepped, but it's ready for us anyway. So here, this is why I got the pairs out, even though this is about minis. So you can see the size, and then you would put your house down if you wanted to, and then put your cute little rider on top. Now, I will say about the wooden tarot and the decks that, like the sister decks to it, there are some weird things like additional eyes and some sort of like weird anatomical things, which are not usually my jam. But this is this, I don't know. I love everything about it. And so this is sort of an exception for me. I'm not usually into like weirder stuff, but this just, I don't know, just does it. Chris Kelly says to Chris, yeah, you know you're not meant to wear underwear with a kilt if you want to be a true Scotsman. Oh, we know that. We know that. Sip, sip to kilts. Okay. All right. Here's our little rider. Clover, so cute in the jar. But like I say, with hard to find out of print decks, look at the ship. Oh my gosh. Ladybug on a leaf. The cutest. So this is another thing. If you want like a really traditional, like Kelly says, you want the ship to be a ship and not have to wonder about it. This is washed out, but it does say at the bottom. So, and I have traditional clean symbol, like traditional Lenormand symbol decks. But this is just something extra I wanted for myself. I probably wouldn't use this one for other people. But again, just something I wanted, and it is so amazing. I'm so happy to have it. Like the cloud card, right? This is definitely not super traditional. The snake has that kind of weird anatomical third eye on it too. Kind of freaks me out. I don't know. If I could change one of these, it would probably be that snake, but it's whatever. Like, look at the flowers. I also don't usually like eyes that are displaced, but like the center of these are eyes. So that's how I know this is, for me, this is really well done, because it's not usually my thing with the eyes and the weirdness. The scythe, I keep saying the same thing over and over. Does that mean you, Sandy, will be foregoing underwear on your wedding? I hope it's not a windy day. I mean, kilts are kind of heavy, right? This is so silly. Because, yeah, that's traditional. Oh, the coffin card. Yeah, this again is not so not traditional. So we have in the coffin is so this sort of goes more to like tarot death rather than Lenormand coffin, because the coffin in Lenormand means just an end to something. It can be positive or negative or neutral-ish, depending on what's around it. But like if there's a mountain and then a coffin, like the obstacle's coming to an end. So that's good, right? But here we have like a cocoon, and then we have this life, like a branch kind of coming out of it, and the lemniscate. And so it does, if I'm just looking at this and I don't know about Lenormand, this to me looks like, life after death or a new beginning after an ending, right? But if I'm reading this in Lenormand, it's not like tarot where I'm taking symbols and then I interpret them and I say, oh, well, because this deck has yellow flowers in it, it means this. And that's part of the reason I chose this off the shelf is for this reading. And then that came up, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't do that with Lenormand. So I'm going to read this as an ending, right? Does that make sense? Like, whereas in tarot, if I read something that has a different representation than the normal Four of Cups or whatever, then I'm going to read that card informed by like the traditional meaning. But I'm going to say, well, in my belief paradigm, there's a reason I chose a certain deck for a certain person. And I'm like, well, this is clearly like this aspect is different. There's this red rose here, and this means X, Y, Z. And so for your reading, this is what this means. Chris Yao. I'm really distracted by kilt speak. Yes, this is by Andrew, someone, right? Earthbound Oracle and Wooden Tarot. Is his name Andrew? Oh, maybe A.L. Swartz, and skullgarden.net is the website. I think it's Andrew for some reason, but I don't know. Skullgarden.net. They sell artwork and cards that are still available and all of that. So like here's the birds, like this hummingbird with two heads. But again, the weirdness is okay in this deck for some reason. Look at a child card. That little blue egg in the nest. So cute. Every wedding I've been to, there's a situation where a kilt comes up. Oh, for real? See, I just assumed that wasn't common. I'm like, well, they wouldn't keep like being all traditional with like wearing nothing under the kilt if that happened. But I guess it does happen. Yikes. Okay. Eyes being put out. Oh, Lord. Okay. Yes, coffin, full stop, a period, the end of something. Right. So even though the symbolism on this one shows that growth, I wouldn't read it like that. Still confused by the Chris nicknames. Oh. Wooden Tarot, yep. Chris Yao, if you want mine, you can have it. Ooh. Look at the fox. Oh, face is so sweet. The bear is kind of weird. Like the bear is kind of creepy to me because of the eyes. But again, it's whatever. Okay, have we seen enough of that? Okay, my little tiny. So we did this. But the eyeball people in that deck freak me out. Oh, I didn't put it. Oh, y'all, what? The bear looks like a hedgehog, right? The shape of the face looks kind of weird. Sandra, I thought you would like those because, you know, I just did. Okay, tiny little cute box. And it behaves well. The tuck box behaves well. Scott, we came up with them ourselves and it's only really us that use them. Oh, the Chris's. Okay, what's next? So, let's go to my other Moonlit Fae bags. So cute. Does anyone remember what's in here from before when I was gushing about these things? It was probably in a pre-recorded video, so I don't know if any of you have even like seen those. But I love the little deer. These are Moonlit Fae bags. The little snap one, like before. Are those the same size? Yeah. And then I think other Chris called me young Chris one time because I'm old, not sure. So I started calling him handsome Chris. You're young Chris because you're younger than Chris Kelly, right? That's just what I assumed. I have no idea. The only mini that Robin has is the Midia that Mendy sent me. Where is my Midia Lenormand? Because that's not in this pile. Hold on. I have that and it's not in my pile. But I don't know that if I have the mini or the regular. How do I not even know this? Okay, so here's what's up. I haven't used that one yet because I backed the 3rd edition, I believe it is, which has like iridescent color on it. And the other Midia Lenormands are like black and white, like grayscale. And so I didn't want to use, I ordered Midia Lenormand secondhand from someone last summer. And I put it somewhere and I don't know where it is now. But I'm so glad you said that. He's much younger than I am. I'm 46. Handsome Chris is only about 21. Okay, no, so you are older. Chris Kelly's 5 years younger than me. I'm 37, about to be 38. Oh, it's too much math. I don't know. Chris Yao is young Chris, and Chris Kelly is handsome Chris, and it's their special Chris thing that they have together. There's no explaining it, Scott. I'm sorry. Oh, Christmas, when Chris Kelly and Chris Yao wear kilts and offer presents. Oh, that could be taken. Sorry, I will get my head out of the gutter. I thought I was missing something. I think you're both handsome. Scott, that is so nice. I think they're both handsome too. Because he's handsome and too kind to call me young. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, so Lydia Lenormand. Thank you, Robin. Where the hell is that? It's probably actually just on my table because things that are like pending or like waiting for their pair or something, I keep like on this table a lot, but like I just don't know where that is. And I don't even know what size of it that I own. Okay, I'm sorry. Would have called him handsomer Chris, but he used to be an English teacher. Fact check, Chris. That's true. So he would have taken his red pen out if I said that. Oh. Oh, and now Chris Yao is the I can't even talk. The blushing fool because Scott called him Foxy Bear. Okay. Oh, okay. So what's in the deer bag? Did anyone know? It's my Color and Story Lenormand by Kelly Fitzgerald. Here is the regular size. This deck is abstracted down to colors. I love these decks. No, Robin, you're not going to be in trouble. I'm very glad you said that because I save things, as you know, for special times, and I've been saving that one to wait for the Kickstarter of the 3rd edition to come, and now I don't know where it is. So, no, you have motivated me to continue working on this room. How sick are all of you hearing that? Ugh. But I don't have enough time. I have lots of jobs, and I have a 3-year-old, and this room just morphs into different messes. So here are the stars on top of the clouds. Okay, we've got to keep this going. Here's the inside of this bag. It's like all foresty and cute. Okay. Oh, the mini is sort of linen. I don't know. This was out of stock for a while. I don't know if these are available again or not. These also have the Lenormand card number. I know it's hard to see. There we go. And then the playing card like symbols. So the child card, right, it looks like this little nucleus, and this kind of happened accidentally. She was just dropping like ink on it, and it just went perfectly in the center and like made that shape. So, oh, Candy, a room tour. Oh my gosh. Jamie has seen the full-on mess of my room. Hen has seen it, and Chris Kelly has seen it probably more than anybody, and I will get it. I will get it together, and then I will show you. Though, Candy, I don't really care if you see my mess. I can take a crazy picture and send it to you if you would like. But I think what you mean is like a legitimate tour of my room someday. Significant. And the parent happened to be right next to each other. So this is how Kelly did hers, which I think is really awesome. I think I was saying the mini was out for a while. I don't know if it's back. I thought someone in a chat the other day said something about getting the mini. So maybe it's back. Yes, I was just going to say that, Chris Yao. I have to get a replacement of Kelly's mini. I took it with me everywhere, and apparently I left it in one of those places, probably the lagoon. I hope someone found it. Yeah, this is so tiny. I, like, the first time I took it to work, I left it in my car, like on my front car seat, and I didn't see it because it like slipped down. and it was still in the seat. Yeah, and I was freaked out. I couldn't find it at work, but actually I never even took it inside. It was still out in the car. Like that same day, I ran back out and found it. It was easy to overlook in my front seat because I have a lot of junk in my car. Are you shocked? Are you shocked at that? This is Kelly's deck. Question mark? Yes. I feel overrun with Kelly's, from Chris to Jamie to Kelly Bear and Kelly Fitz. Yeah, sometimes when I'm done with a live, I'm like, did I say which Kelly that was? When I'm like a Kelly bag or a Kelly deck or my Kelly earrings. So yes, this is a Kelly Fitzgerald original, and it is called Story in Color Lenormand. And there's a regular and a mini, though I'm not sure if they're both available right now, but you can check her website. Kelly Fitzgerald is also working on, oh, look at the ring, how pretty. She is also working on her Nellie's deck and journal, or something like that. Nellie's fortune telling deck, something about a deck and a journal. Okay. And it is really cool. And you should check it out. Oh, mini box again. And what that is a tarot and oracle and Lenormand combined. I'm going to say similar to the maybe Lenormand, just to give you sort of a frame of reference, but it's got like tarot majors and has extra, what I'm just calling extra symbols cards, but that's part of her deck. Tarot majors and playing card associations, which she has redesigned to specific to her deck. Sip, sip. So it's really awesome. You can watch the progress of it. I'm only a Patreon for one person, and that is Kelly Fitzgerald. You get little sneak peeks. It's just whatever, you can choose how much. Like a month is like, I think I give her $2 a month. I should probably give her $5. And you get little like behind the scenes videos of her working on that deck. She does free readings that so that she can work through things with that deck. You can also see pictures of it on her Facebook page, The Truth and Story. Just her Facebook page is awesome anyway. You can see what she's doing with casting and different card layouts and just really beautiful stuff. As you all know, I also have her Journey Oracle, which is one of my favorite things in the world. So, yeah. Handsome Chris is going to present a challenge to the folks in class tomorrow to create an apocalypse Lenny and show our projects at the end of class. Oh, I'm lost, but it's okay. Okay, so there's that. Basically, like, I love anything that Kelly Fitzgerald does. Young Christopher. Debbie says, I'm late commenting because I was driving, but all the Chris talk had me laughing out loud. I know, it's just turning into the Chris show over here, which is fine. So this is the Postmark Lenormand. I bought this. This is my most recent Lenormand that I've purchased or acquired that is in my hands. So I bought this secondhand. I had never heard of it before. It comes with this cute little paper. I'm assuming this is like the original thing that it came in. And they sent it along to me. It's so super cute. I showed some of these on a Friday chat a few weeks back. A few weeks after I got the mini, I happened to see the regular size of it go up on a secondhand site as well. And it's just amazing. Like, I'm like, how come I've never seen this before? And now I've seen both. So here's the regular size and then the minis. Oh, like a half hour ago, I was going to say the good thing about me showing you hard to find out of print things is that when they do come up on sale sites, then you'll know that you want it, right? It's good to know so that when it comes up, you can get it quickly. Okay, so I stand by it. So here are the backs. They're the same design, but different colors. So just to show you like what a house and a card would be on here, The minis do not have names or numbers or anything, just the picture, and the larger regular size does. So this is what these would look like as houses, but you would put it down like that so you could see, right? No, this is not Julie's deck. This is called the Postmark Lenormand, and I bought them both secondhand. I really don't even know who it's by. The regular size came in this tin from the person that I got secondhand, but now I don't know if this is how it came or if the person I bought it from had this made somewhere. I have no idea. So that's not very helpful for you, but there's like no markings on it or anything like that. Yeah, I don't know, but it's called Postmark Lenormand. Don't know the creator's name or anything. I will try to look that up and put all the information in. So let's see some of these. Oh, Justin has a breakfast sandwich. God, breakfast sandwich is like one of the best foods on the planet. Like, I am not kidding. So good. So good. And it's like something I can make at home that's like not even that difficult, and it still turns out kind of like it would be in a restaurant. Do you have foods like that? Like, I just have a couple where I can make it like kind of restaurant quality. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, Chris, isn't it great? Oh, here's a happy squirrel on the mini. I forgot. I knew there was one somewhere. So it's sort of, I don't know, like this has like the little A, B, C, like it doesn't say that. It says something else. Oh, no, it does. The C looks like a Jeep, but this looks like a little magazine like setup, right? So it's interesting. The ship is awesome. The people are sort of like here's a child with a little French horn. Oh my gosh. So I'm assuming these are like stock photos. The bread in Philly is amazing. I've been to Philadelphia once. And like all the food I had was really good there. So I don't particularly like remember the bread, I don't think. But I went to like Philly and Boston in the same trip. It was really awesome. I went with my uncle and we went out to see my cousin and her now husband. They were just together when we were there. That lady is spooky. So yeah. I love this house card. I don't know, like, I just love it. Sausage and peppers. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so this is really cute. Here's the clover, the mini version. The sun is like kind of cartoonish, right? So it's not like the most super cohesive thing. It feels good to me though, but just to point that out, like some are like photo, like realistic, and some are not. There's a little fish. Okay, so anyway, here's the dude. Why not make the querent card as reflective as possible? The idea being you see your reflection in it. Oh, that's high tech. Melissa Hill, thank you. Thank you, Scott. Postmark Lenormand by Melissa Hill, because there's also a Melissa Lenormand, right? And I saw that one pop up lots before, but not this one. So there you go. Lily. Here's another woman card. So there are options for your people, the birds. Oh, I thought these were all white people, but they're not. Let me pull them back out. Here's a bouquet. Beautiful. I can't find the other. So this, I mean, this is like a person with a scythe. This isn't a person card, but that's kind of crazy. Alex, hello, just woke up. We are coming up on the hour mark and I'm about to cash out. I have a couple more decks to show, but I just know my child is like getting restless upstairs. the key. I love the books, right? So like the books and the sun are kind of like drawn like cartoonish. Hey, Alex, you handsome fucker, says Chris. I can say that because no one's around me. Stars. And shout out to this black guy because I thought everyone, but now that I see him, I remember, but I haven't used this in a reading yet. I just got it maybe like a month ago. And at that time I had already picked my Lenormand decks for my client readings. Justin, Chris, yeah. Now it's the Chris and Alex show. The Lenormand has 16 options for the man, woman, other person cards. A bit much. That does seem like kind of crazy. It would be cool if like you could order things on a website and like choose what you wanted, right? Yeah, that's a lot. I think I'd probably rather have just like extra symbols cards if I was doing just like a big symbols oracle kind of thing. Okay, Deanne, stop shuffling. Put the cards down. Put this back in with it. I think I'm going to put this like in my junk journal, but for now, don't say that when Max is around. I don't want to be responsible for the kid's first F-bomb. Oh, are you kidding me? He dropped his first F-bomb while we still lived in our old house in Attica. So that was prior to the end of February 2020. Okay. Like he was probably a year old and he spilled some food on the floor and he was like, fuck. So don't worry. It was probably me that was responsible for that. So yeah, I think he dropped like some yogurt on his tray or something or on the floor. I don't even know, but I think he was probably about a year old. Okay, Postmark Lenormand by Melissa Hill. His first F-bomb, hilarious. He's probably an expert. Okay, come on, he's not that bad. He has hardly said bad words, only a couple times. He'll like have one day where he says something and I'm like, oh no, we don't want to say that. We try not to make a big deal out of it, but we're just like, let's not. I'm like, no, that's not a very nice word. Okay. Two more and an extra. So the Whisper Lenormand, I believe this is still available. This is from a website called For the Seekers. Nope, that's wrong. I'm looking at my 1889. Whisper Lenormand is by Chloe. She has a channel. I'm sorry, that was wrong. Why? Okay, I keep flipping these over and over because the title card has a picture. Oh, I'm lying. I'm lying left, right, and center. Wishing you much love and blessings on your journey, Terry Smith. Who am I thinking of? Oh, Sophie's woke up. I can hear her singing in her bed. That is so cute. We need a whole channel that's just random clips of the tarot people saying sip, sip. Well, stay tuned because I'm still working on my 1 year like highlights video that was supposed to be done by the end of May. Now I'm giving myself until the end of June and I'm just going to put up whatever I have done at that point. It's taking an ungodly amount of time and I hope you all love it. Though it's probably not even as cool as I think it is. Sip, sip. Is she singing Let It Go? So Whisper Lenormand Mini has these little cards that show your meanings on them. These are the backs. Again, I have a regular and mini. I thought this was by someone named Chloe that has like a Lenormand channel, but evidently it's not. So just don't even listen to me. Terry Smith, Whisper Lenormand. I got this on Etsy, I believe. So here's the ship. Why? A lot of these are really light background and so they're getting washed out here. So here's the ship and we have the card inset. Diane, I've decided I'm going to use it all the time. I want the Whisper Lenormand for some reason. I thought it was by Tarot by 7. I know she has 7 more decks I want. Madame Morrow is on my list too. Okay, so here we have the Rider, just to show you the size comparison. So this one has that kind of like older traditional feel, right? This is one of my more traditional decks. Okay, so this one came in like a hard plastic case. Okay. And then the little one came in a tuck box that has like the fold down so you can get it out easily. Again, it doesn't come with a book, but there are like instruction cards. Hi, Lori. So here's just a few of those. Our clover. I'm going to keep this one in order. The big one is in order as well because this one I use a lot for houses, and then I just put my cards back in order anyway for whatever reason. It's just like relaxing. But then I would shuffle up the mini and put it on top. So these insets don't really interfere with the artwork too much. That's like something I really don't like. I know that's a traditional way. It like cuts out the top of the image. But I'm just not into it. This one, they're sort of like unobtrusive and I feel better about it. This one is very gentle, calm energy. Like Chriselle was saying, it's so sweet, has a vintage feel to it. Definitely would agree with that. You have choices for your birds ×3. Okay, so here's all of this. I hope I don't shuffle this when I get done. I do that a lot too when I mean to keep it. I'm surprised so many of them are in order actually, because I guess it's mostly when I'm on a live though that I start. The child has a little kitten. It's like a baby in a little, like in a bassinet, but you can't see it very well. Anyway, thanks for hanging out and checking out my collection with me, even though I'm not doing camera down. I just thought this would be fun. Oh, look at how sweet the stars are. I said clover, or Lori says, you said clover, and clover popped up in my predictive text. Yikes. Oh, it's okay. No need to be sorry. I usually do Fridays around 9. We're going, yes, the bear is awesome. We are going to wrap up here pretty soon because I have about 4 hours of work to do today, probably. As some of you know, I try to do a big push on Thursday and get some extra stuff done. So I have this flex hour anyway, but then I try to do a little extra on Thursdays to just have a little time in my bank. And I did. I got up at 6:30 yesterday. Started working at 6:30, I should say, instead of 8. I really enjoyed seeing these. You can actually see those stars, and most star cards seem to be hard to see. Oh, well, there you go. Chriselle says, maybe I'm addicted to Lenormand because of the bear and the fox. Who knows? There are many reasons to be addicted to Lenormand, and I just love it so much. Okay, so I'm just going to flip through these. So there are options for people in here, but they're just like in different positions. Really pretty and like, you know, again, kind of like vintagey. Some people facing away. Sometimes it's like the upper body or like the person standing are sort of the options, but there's kind of a lot of them, but not diverse, just different positions. All white people. What I do love is there's a sun with a face and a sun without a face, and I do not like faces in suns and moons. So I'm really happy about that. And the moon without a face is like really light, but that's okay. Hey, Kim. So I do like those options. All the fishies. Okay, there. We skipped some just so I can kind of get through this because I know I've been on a while. Whisper Lenormand. There we go. Okay. So back in the little box. Oh my goodness, we're almost done. Sip, sip. The last one I have here is the 1889. The big version of 1889. I think this is the one that Jamie said earlier is sold out. The big version, or I should say like the regular version, does come with a booklet. Okay, this is currently sold out, but hopefully coming back. So this one has a book. And the inside of the box is gorgeous. Okay. And the cards on the bigger size are like matte gold dust gilded. Okay. Super pretty. The backs are also really gorgeous. They're like really busy, but I don't know, it's just so pretty. Probably because that blue is amazing to me. And it has a daisy on it. I don't know, just really pretty. So my big one, this one I used a couple weeks ago. So this one is not in order, but that's fine because we're just using the big one to show you the size comparison to its mini counterpart. Cute little box. This is the 1889. This is by For the Seekers, right? That's the company name, For the Seekers. The last time I was on their page, I almost like went crazy spending because they had all these dice like sets for different elements. They had like an ice set, and I don't even know. Maybe it was just like earth. I almost said earth, wind, fire. Maybe it's just earth, air, fire, water, but I can't remember. There was something, there might have been like an ice one or something. I don't know. So anyway, yeah, these are in order. The mini is not gilded, does not come with a book, right? Also, the mini does not have the inset card, like the inset playing card. Why can't I do this? Right, the mini is not gilded. Chris Yao says that he edged it with a matte gold to match, which I probably will do someday. That will be awesome. So the mini does not have the playing card. The larger one does. This cardstock is so nice. Really, I could say that about all of these I've shown you. None of them are what I call junky cardstock, but this is a little bit thicker, but not, for me, not too thick. Oh, and it smells so good. Yeah, I don't know. It's nice. It's linen. Oh, it's great. So the little ones, the mini only has the Lenormand card number. It does not have any playing card code or anything like that, which is fine for me because I don't typically do anything with that anyway. Here are these cards. Oh, looked like a wood thrush was probably a bluebird. Do you want to see that again? That little birdie. Is that Chris Yao on a bicycle? The book with the regular size includes instructions for the game of Hope and a nice keywords card. The game is actually kind of fun, like Candyland and Shoots and Ladders combined. I actually was just looking at that the other day about the game and looking through Kelly's workbook about like the different associations because I had her instructions like printed out at Lulu. And so I was looking through that the other day while I was drinking my coffee. And then I remembered that this book had the instructions as well for Game of Hope, which is, in case anyone doesn't know or anyone watching this back, the Game of Hope is like the origination of the Lenormand cards. Actually, doesn't have anything to do with Madame Lenormand, for which they are named, for whom they are named. Sip, sip. And, oh, this snake is really pretty. And Lenormand card symbols were modeled after like tea leaf symbols. The scythe. Sip, sip. There you go, Scott. The broom and the whip on the same card, which I think is nice. the birds. Here they are, Diane. I saw all the dice 2DM, but I resisted since I probably wouldn't get much use, but the colors and elemental associations made it tempting. I was there like around like holiday time, I think, like winter holiday, Christmas, all that. During which time I usually buy a few tarot gifts for people to send out. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to be bitter. But anyway, I almost just went off on spending on this site because I'm like, oh, I could send these dice to people, blah, blah, blah. But I didn't. Nancy, hello. Getting ready for a weekend getaway. Ooh, that is nice. That's awesome. The misty backgrounds are nice, but the symbols still pop, so it doesn't interfere when you're scanning your tableau. Yes, I would agree with that. The background is like this, just like you said, like this misty, sort of like cloudy, overcast day, which I love. And so that kind of sold me on this too. But it's just calming to me, you know? It's so nice. Like, look at the garden. Look how beautiful. The mountain. The crossroads is a train, which is kind of cool. The mice. Look at this big one up in the front with his face all closed. So cute. Take a deck with you, Nancy, says Robin. Yeah, are you taking decks with you? The heart is this perfume bottle, which is like really pretty, I think. My arm's getting tired again. Here's the ring. Okay, but this is why I can't use this hand. Here we go. The book. We don't have to look at all these. Okay, but I'm going to flip them down in order. Oh, look at the sun. Some of them are, I have to show you at a weird angle so you can see the color. And the moon. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm such a basic bitch about sun and moon cards. Cute. I shouldn't say that. Not in tarot. I tend to not really care for sun cards in tarot unless they're like really awesome. Like my favorite one might be from Oak, Ash, and Thorn because it's raining in the sun card. Okay. That's who I am. Okay. The sun card in the Oak, Ash, and Thorn. Like that just says a lot about me. I just love it. That's my favorite. My favorite sun card has rain in it. Okay. Fun fact. Oh, fishy. And the anchor. I know I started showing you again. And the cross card has like this statue, and she's got like tear stained. Like that's really gorgeous. Even though it's not like a really prominent like cross card, it is to me. I would know. That's really beautiful. Okay. So that's that. Rodents. Yeah, I don't like want them infesting my house or anything, but sunshine in the rain means the devil is beating his wife. Someone else said that, or maybe it was you, but someone said that a couple weeks ago in a chat somewhere. But I watched too many to know. Good morning, Stray Cat. We are just about to wrap up, but I'm so glad that you popped in. Yeah, oftentimes, and I've probably said before, the sun just feels like too much to me. It's like too hot and it's like irritating to me, and it like makes me tired because I like go into this like mostly shut down mode because I don't just like actively sweating from just like standing outside. Sip, sip. And so I get like really still and quiet. Like there's probably an animal that does that, right? Did I just see like some kind of bug flying over here? I will lose my absolute mind if there's a bug in here. Okay, no, I think I'm just seeing things, which is cool. Stray Cat slept in. Nancy is going to daughter and son-in-laws and 2 precious grandchildren. Way of the Panda. Granddaughter loves that one, and a few for me. That is awesome. I hope you have a great time. Okay. Oh, I think it was a reflection when I moved, and then I thought it was a bug. Anyway, the last thing I wanted to show you. So not a Lenormand, but one of my favorite decks ever in the world is the Mildred Payne Secret Pocket Oracle. Now I prefer the mini, but I have both sizes because of course I have to have both. So here's the regular, or not, this is not the regular, this is the deluxe, which came out after the original version, which is now mini because there's a bigger one, right? Making sense. So these are Mildred Payne Secret Pocket Oracle cards, in case you're unfamiliar, blah, 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 right? We have a book similar to Lenormand. We have a key. We have a mirror. I said that like there's one in Lenormand. There's not, but now I'm just switching E. So there are some that are the same symbols as a Lenormand deck, but this does not claim to be a Lenormand, anything like that. But, you know, you can use things however you want. There is a snake card. Again, check out Kelly Bear's video about her correspondences. Is confusing for tarot people. Like the equivalent card that she uses. So there's a house, right? You could take these out and make a Lenormand deck, right? Yes, Patrick does know how to market. Chris Yell says, my big paws could not shuffle the chunky mini. Cards flew everywhere. I was so happy he did a big version. I use it now. Yeah, I can definitely understand that. So here's the big one. And I have two minis because I found secondhand the one with the original backs. And I also had the one I bought from the site was like the second or further edition out, which have the same backs as the deluxe. Okay, so here's the blood card, and then we have like the mini owl, right? So you can do this on top again, just for layered readings like I like to do, call it houses or whatever. Chriselle says, I pulled out 36 of them to use as a Lenny. Then I saw Kelly Bear's video the other day. I so wish he'd just do a Lenny in the same style. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I like that, that you can like pull stuff out of it and make it work. Though, let's be honest, if he did make a Lenny, I'd be all over it. Even though this is totally, to me, this is totally sufficient and I'd be able to use that. I also found love the Mildred deck, but her eyes. Well, I know, and I feel the same way, but she's not in the deck. So then I found one of the originals. Oh my gosh. And this has like a bunch of different things on the back, and you can put it together to like make a big picture. Okay. And just because I love this deck so much, like out of all of this, Mildred Payne Secret Pocket Oracle is one of my favorite things ever. So I had to have the other edition. I'm not usually like that with tarot stuff unless there's like a difference in it that I prefer. Like I'm looking at my Star Child that I spent a grip on too. But that had different cards in it. It was kind of a remake. Normally I'm not just like, oh, I need all of the editions. Like I just don't, but for this, I just did. Okay, so the original mini, which is just the regular in this case, right? The one with the original backs is smaller because I have the expansion pack for the newer one, right? So this has all of the cards available, and this one just has the first original set, right? So anyway, there's that. Oh, what did I do? These little instruction or title cards go in here. Okay, sorry if I seem a little rushed. I'm cognizant of the fact that I've been on for an hour and a half, and I'm just trying not to take up your whole day. I'm like kind of nervous about it for some reason. So sorry if I seem jittery. And I mean, you're all hanging out though, right? Thank you for that. Chris Yao says, I love cartomancy style decks. I also love the Oracle de Reflet and the Reflet de Lune by the same artist who did the Lily Tarots and the new Tarot Renaud. Can't remember her name at the moment. It is Celia Melville. Yes, I cannot believe I don't have those actually, because Lily White and Lily Black are two of my favorite decks. I keep saying that about a lot of things in this video, but that's the truth. Like all my Kelly Fitzgerald stuff, Mildred Payne Secret Pocket Oracle, Kelly's Journey Oracle is one of my favorite things. That has a mini too, but I showed that the other day, so I don't think you need to see it again. But yes, Chris Yao, in terms of tarot, I think in my tarot collector video that Brant started, I can't remember if I landed on Lily White or the Way Home Tarot, and they're sort of similar in some ways, but I can't remember which one I landed on for like my favorite deck. It would be really hard for me to choose a favorite. I've said before, I don't have go-to decks. I have a few go-to decks for use with client readings, but like I use all of my decks. Now it takes a while to like get through them all, but I mean, I just use all kinds of stuff. Different moods, different days, just everything. So it's hard for everyone to choose, probably. Where did this bag come from? But I argue that it's harder for me to choose because I don't know. Some people are like, I have these 50 decks and I use these 5 the most. And that is fine. There's no judgment. But what I'm saying is I have all these decks and I'm like, ooh, what do I use on a rainy Tuesday? Or what do I use for June? Or what do I use for my weekly reading? I'm just like, I want it all. Chris says, I'm a hard polyamorous when it comes to my decks. Yes, that is me. That is me. I've said before that my Libra sun, because, I'm supposed to be like super flirty and like not in committed relationships and whatever. I mean, I'm stereotyping. But my day in particular, September 24th, like that's supposed to be like notorious for like not settling down, which is not me at all. But again, it's not all astrology. There's like life comes into it, right? Your environment and your everything, your connections to people, blah, blah, blah. I would say that I have a lot of close connections with friends and I feel like intimately, like emotionally connected to a lot of people. But as far as like the flirty self that actually like does a lot of things with a lot of people, like I don't have that. But I have related this to my use of tarot because I love and use and make out with all of these decks. Does that make sense? Regina says, yes, I tend to use as many decks as I can. Yeah, it's really fun to watch Regina do her readings, by the way. She has a bunch, like 10 decks out on the table, and it's just cool. Yes, Virgo Libra cusp. Yes, that is me. I'm one day in. Darkness of Light is my soul deck, but we have a very open relationship. Right. And I have named a soul deck and it is cool, but I need all of the things. Stray Cat says, I'm like you. I have decks for every theme and I like it that way. Yeah. I just love it. Let's go back and read nice things about myself. That's a Libra thing. Owl Blood. How would you read that stack? So blood for me is going to be like life force and vitality, and the owl is wisdom. So maybe linking those. If I was reading for myself, like the first thing I just thought was like wellness and how to take care of myself and being wise about how I sustain my life force and like good things I can do for myself. I love cartomancy style decks. I also love I already read that. Chris Yao, sorry. We're still here, so we're having fun. Alex says, don't rush, we love you. Thanks. Scott says, I'm doing great. Robin says, don't be that way. We love you to take up our whole day. It is nice. Alex, I'm going to the post office today. Someone else that I think is still in here, I'm going to the post office today, but I'm not going to tell you. I need to get a deck, either Lily White or Black. I like them both. Stray Cat, I really do like them both as well. I really don't know. Like, it could be either one of those, right? I don't always read like a white deck as light and a black deck as dark. Not that it matters, but with that one, I sort of do use that one for like secrecy kind of stuff. I have a letter from someone tucked in with my Lily Black. And so it's like this. I'm just rambling about why I think maybe I didn't choose that one as my favorite because it feels like secret to me. Like I have like little like ritual things like tucked in with that one. So it feels more like personal or something. I don't know, but I do love them both. I really love them both. Um, Alex is excited. Darkness of Light is currently being very understanding about my intense affair with Terra, I don't know how to say it, Terra Volatile. I did look that up though the other day and it looks awesome. And they're currently on hold because there were some printing problems. Is that the right thing? Anyway, Stray Cat says, I'm so fickle. I will never have a soul deck or favorite deck. Gemini, Mercury, Moon makes me curious. Yeah, and like I said, I love all kinds of things. I sort of did the My Soul deck thing just to, because I just thought like what comes to mind when that happens. And I think in the video, that's one of my pre-recorded videos if you would like to check it out. And the one I actually showed was a fake with stolen artwork. And it was called Talking to the Moon Tarot by Mira, Mirra, and it came in a purple velvet bag, and that is a fake deck. I didn't know it was a fake deck because, again, it was like stolen artwork. And what I mean by that is it was still produced high quality. Like I said, came with a bag, like it was just really messed up. The legit copy I did buy as soon as I found out about it and could swing the payment on Etsy. It's by Inessa, Inessa, and it's called Moonlight Tarot. I bought also the wooden box that it comes with to kind of give the artist a little bump because I had like unknowingly purchased the wrong one. So I need to redo that video actually with the real one. Everything looks the same. There's a slight color difference, and I did show that in one of these Friday lives, I believe. But anyway, I think the reason I gave in the video for choosing that as my deck was because I said if I could create one, like if I were an artist in that way, I'm an artist in different ways, but if I were an artist in that way, it looked like what I would create. So it has like these, like they're black cards and they have like this ornate border around them. And there's this cool thing with the, it's terrible. I don't know. It's not Czechoslovakian. It's, I have to look up the cultural reference to, like, there's like a red cross, like a banner across the face, like keeping the eyes covered up for the people in the deck. I don't know if I can reach. Oh, it's right here. If I don't knock over my dino, we'll do this and then I'll go. So, Ukrainian, I think. Etsy shop is ILISVIDESS. Okay? ILISVIDESS. The Instagram is, oh, shooty hoops. Oh, it worked. There's also Facebook and an email. Instagram is at Inessa_Moonlight. So again, the reason okay. So the reason I chose this was, again, because the style of it, again, if I could create something like this, it would probably look like this. Does that make sense? It's so beautiful. Oh, look at me. This is also Libra trait. I've edged this much of it. I probably did this while I was on like a Richard and Gerald live or something. Because I a lot of times have to keep my hands busy. And so I was edging this on one of our like live discussions about who knows what. Okay, so King Pence, here are the backs. Here's what the card looks like in the front. So the King Pence, you can see, has like the red covering on the face, right? So because there was this sort of interesting thing about it that way, I love the little crescent moons with the Roman numerals in them. Here's the death card. The colors are beautiful. I like the sort of like geometric shapes. The Hanged Man is this foxy lady with her super long hair. I just love, I just really love it. It's like a nice smooth cardstock. So the sort of like dark, pretty aesthetic, that would be what I would make, right? I believe. I also love like really cute decks, but I think this is my like, I don't know. This is the Hermit, by the way. Amazing, right? Chris and Stray Cat are talking about they got good copies of Terra Volatile. Oh yeah, plus it has an extra suit. That's what really got me. Someone was talking about the other day. Maybe I saw it on Barely Balanced Facebook page. Because I love shit like that. Give me an extra suit. Yeah. Throw all the extra stuff in. Look at the strength card and the red cross on her face. Oh, amazing. The chariot and the crescent moon. I just love this. So yes, out of an abundance of caution, the creators of that deck, oh, that's what Chris just said. You don't have to throw out the rest of their stock. They're just working on it and checking things out. Look at the Hierophant doing some witchy shit out in the woods. Boom. I'm all over the place, sorry. Here's the Emperor, kind of cool. The High Priestess in this amazing dress, like holding a dead bouquet of flowers, and she has like this little chain and a crescent moon necklace. Oh, magic. I love her. Okay, so anyway, that's that, y'all. Here's a cool tree. I think I saw Stray Cat was going to be looking this up. Yes, I love it. Here are the wands, brooms in that card. Just really cool stuff. The Nine of Cups, just some kind of like different artistic representations. Yes, the elaborate borders. I really love them. Here's the Ace Pentacles. They're just like some little flowers growing in the grass. Just some like different things, but it's still there, right? The blue flowers and the Ace of Cups. I'm a sucker for blue flowers. I have one tattooed on my body. Temperance. I just love it. So anyway, I'm like down a rabbit hole once again. I will just direct you to my video on this deck, even though it's the fake one. It's still whatever, you can still hear me blabber on about it. Okay, and it comes, you don't have to get the box, but if you do, it's really nice, and you can get this little glass piece to slide on top of it. I mean, it comes with it, obviously. I'm gonna not reach that back up there because I will knock over something, so it'll sit on my oracle shelf for a moment. Okay, wow, hour and 40 minutes. I have to be an adult and get some work done and order groceries and things like that. For those of you who are going to be in Kelly's class tomorrow, I will see you there. I am so excited, and I'm so excited that you all could join me on this Friday, and that my child stayed occupied upstairs, and that we had this nice little uninterrupted time together. Thank you so much for hanging out. I think that's all the things. I don't know if Richard has a live today or not. Longman Tarot, check out his page, usually 2 or 2:30 on a Friday, my time. So check that out. I think it's like every other Friday, possibly. I also believe Becca has a chat tonight. I don't know. Check out friends' pages, and I will see you later, and sip, sip. Okay. Bye, loves. Happy Friday.